It is freezing outside. I haven't been home for a winter like this in the last 2 years. I was on deployment, so I missed pretty much all of winter, all the way up until about April, May, the last 2 years. So it's not used to it, that's for sure. In the garage, looks like it's about 36 degrees. Outside's about 28 right now. Haven't seen it this cold in a while. I know last year around this time it was snowing, but even then it was in the 30s. It was like 36 or something. I just got the Jeep parked in front of the garage. I'm not going to do anything else on it tonight. It is time for me to start making some progress on this truck. It's been sitting far too long. I had an issue before. I was trying to take my injectors out of the passenger side, and my 40 tip was too long. It's in here somewhere, the one that I was trying to use. So yeah, I was using this one, and it's pretty long. I can use it for the front tube, but not the back tube. And I went ahead and bought this 40 tip, but it's too short. So the socket side rests on the injector, and it's kind of angled on the thing. So I don't want to use this to torque it down, obviously. So then I went ahead and made this. Got a 1/4-inch socket here, and then just a drill adapter with a 40 tip on it, and it's about a 1/2 inch shorter than the original one that I was trying to use. So I'm going to use this, and it should work. The only thing that is a problem is that it comes out of the socket, but that's fine. It's messy in this drawer, I know. I need to go through and organize all my tools at some point. So I got the injector plug remover tool here, and I've got passenger side cover off. I already got the oil rail off and everything. That back injector and this second one from the back is a pain. I think it's 7 and 5. Pretty sure, because I think it's 1357, if I remember correctly. But I got this super nifty socket tool thing, and then I used it before. I can't really do this with one hand, but there we go. I got one. It's a little bit messy in here. There we go. Getting a little bit of dirt or something, I feel like, inside the cover area. I feel like this tool was a little easier to use before. Yeah, I definitely feel like it was easier to use before. There we go, another one. Come on. There we go. Okay, I don't think I broke any, so that's good. So now I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this tool that I sort of threw together. I'm gonna put the camera on a tripod. So I wish I could hold the camera up there so you could see a little bit better, but I only have so many hands. I don't have anyone to help me record, so I had to put it on the tripod. I'm probably gonna fast forward through this part. I'm just gonna go through with the 40 tip and pull all the injectors out, unscrew the hold downs. I'm gonna pull them out. I'm gonna clean the inside of the injector bore. I'm gonna use some shop towel with a screwdriver or something to get down in there. Try to wipe it out. Might blast it with some brake clean. Not sure yet. We'll see. All right, I got my makeshift tool ready. Let's see if I can get this back injector out. Reaching in the back of these trucks, especially when they're a little bit higher off the ground, is not fun at all.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt.
And there goes the hold down. So we got one out so far. You gotta make sure that the copper crush washer comes out with these. That way you don't have to fish them out later. When you get new injectors, I got some from Warren Diesel. They come with new crush washers and all new O-rings and everything like that, so you just gotta pull them out, clean out the holes, put the new ones in. Make sure you put some oil on the O-rings though. I'll show you that in a little while. Now I'm gonna pull out the other ones. Same as before, just gonna unscrew them. Make sure you push the plug all the way through, that way when you pull it up it doesn't get stuck. I did notice that my injectors don't look the same, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Since this side already had the updated standpipes and dummy plug, that means somebody was definitely in there.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you
Alright, crush washer on this one, that's good. I'll make sure they all come out with a crush washer. I don't know what I'm going to do with these injectors yet. I don't have to turn these ones in. I already turned in some cores that I had laying around, so I might sell them for a couple $100 or something. Who knows? We'll see. Yep. Got the crush washer on here too. Keep dripping oil everywhere. It's alright. It'll burn off at some point. So, boom. So what I was talking about, I was like, oh, they're different. Is so two of them have the black clip right there on the top, and then the other ones, two of them have the more brownish green clip. So the injectors, I think, were definitely replaced at some point. Again, I don't know very much about this truck, unfortunately, so it's been a lot of fun trying to go through this thing, wondering what's been done, what hasn't been done, because the passenger side had the updated standpipes and everything. The driver's side did not. When I replaced an injector on that side about a year ago, I updated it, so it's already got them in there. I had no issues with starting, so I'm gonna leave them alone. The passenger side, I know that it already has the updated ones, but I don't know when they were put in and anything like that. So I do have another set of for the passenger side. I never opened it up to replace them because I didn't have problems, so I'm gonna do that now when I put this back together. I do have 8 new injectors here, Warren Diesel 190/30s, so huge step up from what I had previously. I know stock is, I want to say 135 cc's and nothing over on the nozzle, so 190/30, definitely going to be a huge upgrade. I think that's what, 55 cc's more flow, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And if you didn't notice earlier when I was up here, it has stock bolts, stock head bolts, so I didn't feel like studying it to when I don't have any problems right now. I don't have any head gasket issues right now, so I didn't see forking out over $1,000 just to stud it or bulletproof it, as people say. I have no problems as of right now. I don't do any long road trips. I'm local for now, unless I end up moving all the way on the other side of the United States, but we'll see how that goes when the time comes. But passenger side, old ones are out. I'm gonna go ahead and go through and wipe it out as best I can. I think I will spray some brake clean through there. It'll end up evaporating before I even fire the truck up, so the flammability is not a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. And yep. It's the next day. I went ahead and did put the new injectors in. Wasn't anything special. All I did was put the hold down onto the injector, came in and just, slowly put the injector in. I put some oil around the O-rings, some nice fresh oil, so I left the covers in. I don't want any dirt and stuff to get down in here. I got all 4 of them in, got them all torqued down to 31 foot-pounds. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos when I was learning how to do this the first time. I noticed a lot of videos don't tell you to make sure that the copper crush washer comes off with the old ones before you put the new ones in, because you don't want to put the new one in and there be a copper washer already down there. So I'm getting a low battery light. I need to change my battery on the camera. Quite a few people that I've watched videos on replacing injectors, they don't mention cleaning out the inside of the injector bore where it sits. So what I did, used a little bit of brake clean. Then after that, I let it sit for a sec. I don't know if I still have the paper towel that I used. I don't think I do. But what I did, so I used this flathead, which I have, and it's kind of curved. That way it's not going straight and just grinding away. So I just folded up some of these blue shop towels, folded it a few times, put it over it to where I could hold the paper towel, and I just shoved it in there, kind of twisted it around a little bit, and then the inside of the bore was just super clean. So that works very well, and that way you don't have to buy the $50 brush kit. Aside from that, I just noticed that those 2 big things they didn't mention in the videos, and I felt like I would mention it in mine, even though this is not a how-to or anything like that. I know it's kind of dark, but the clips on these plugs, when I put the plug through, I couldn't push it all the way through with my hand, so I had to use, they're almost like vice grips, but they're like a clamp. So I use these. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it one-handed, but I can show you what I mean. I put the clamp up right on top of the head right there, and on the other side, I know it's hard to see, I don't put it on the back of the plug, just to kind of, there's like a lip on the center, I guess. So and then I just squeeze, and it's not gonna work. Nope. There we go. Let me check. Yep. So that's all I do. I just use this, and I pry, and I kind of tug on it a little bit, get it to fit. These nipple cups look fine. I don't see anything wrong with them. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to use this oil squirt canister thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm actually going to go up here. So I'm going to do the number 3 injector. So what I'm going to do, hopefully you can see. So I'm actually going to just put a little bit of oil in there, kind of fill it up. This isn't the same oil that I use in my truck, but just a little tiny bit of oil isn't going to hurt anything. I'm just putting enough to kind of fill the injectors. There we go. Just let it kind of drip in. That's good. Electrical connectors are all good. The injectors are all torqued to 31 foot-pounds. We got the oil rail bolts here. I think they're 30 tips, okay. And then there's another special tool that I use for the passenger side. I left it up here, but I just got this, I don't even know what to call it, but it uses the Torx bits, screwdriver bits, whatever. You're really low profile, that way you can get into the tight spaces, like down on the bottom of the oil rail is where it's gonna be real tight. So I use this guy. I got a Tac Life, that's the brand. I also have Tac Life multimeter and a couple other things. Tac Life's a really good brand, so I recommend it. It's pretty cheap. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod. I'm gonna get this oil rail in and get the standpipes and dummy plugs, everything all bolted down. And then we're gonna clean this valve cover, put it all together, and that'll be it. I'm gonna do the driver's side injectors off camera because they're a lot easier than the passenger side, so no need to do both.